Hello, my name is Teemu, and today I'm going to show you how you can book over 10 high-ticket demos each month, lower the long sales cycles by leveraging an automated client acquisition process just in 90 days. Without hiring a 200,000 euros costing SDR team or relying on trade shows that cost a lot of money, time, and rarely bring few real good leads. Everything I'm going to walk you through in this document is proven to work, and here are some of the results, so you can see we are not some chit-chatters about this topic. We actually know what we're talking about. So screenshot 1 showcases one cold email campaign that got 21 meetings in 4 weeks to one of our customers. And screenshot 2 showcases here that one cold email campaign with over 75% positive reply rates that converted into 8 meetings in 4 days. And client had to use 0 time for this by himself. Screenshot 3 showcases one cold email campaign with very limited leads and volume where we booked 10 high-ticket meetings out of 202 contacted companies. Also, clients didn't have to use any time on this. Screenshot 4 showcases a cold email campaign with also very limited leads and volume where we booked 13 high-ticket meetings out of 297 contacted companies. The client also didn't have to spend any time on this. Screenshot 5 showcases us booking 15 demos to our client just in 10 days. And here you can see our email. This is from Gmail, so just confirmations from Calendly that the bookings had came true. And who this is for, and this is the most important part of this video because you have to also know, is this worth of your time? And in case some of these points resonates with you, I really hope that you are going to stay till the end because we have used so much time and effort to put this together, and this is really valuable for you. And yeah, this is gonna take, I guess, 30 minutes approximately, and if you don't have that, you can come back later. But yeah, let's get into it. So if you are a CEO, chairman, head of sales, head of marketing, head of international sales of an industrial or manufacturing company based in Europe, and you're looking to achieve a steady lead flow without experiencing long sales cycles, this is for you. If you want to achieve an increase in export-based sales in the next 90 days, this is for you. If you are still relying on trade shows, manual prospecting to fill your pipeline, then stick around. If you have spent tens of thousands of euros on paid advertising without any calculative ROI, you should stick around. If your profit margins have melted due to the price increase of materials and you don't know how to catch up with the desired profit margins, you should stick around. If you feel like you are even a little behind in the era of digitalization and AI in your outbound processes, then I highly recommend that you stick around. If you're tired of long sales cycles slowing things down and you want steady flow of good leads, this is for you. And if you're still depending on referrals, luck, or old methods to get leads, and you just want more control over it, then keep watching. If you work on sales and marketing at a European industrial company and you want a simple system to get new leads and new clients, this is for you. If your LinkedIn posts or paid ads aren't bringing the results that you're hoping for and you want something more direct, then stick around. If you want to grow your market share in Europe but you don't have a repeatable way to do it, then this is definitely for you. This is my expectation when these points resonate with you so good that that's your expression. And today's topic is clear, and you will learn how to attract more leads towards your business, keep the old pricing during hard times, shorten your long sales cycles, find and close more deals, and make more money. That's why you're here. As you already are aware, from year to year, there are a lot more competition and money to be made in these two industries. So let's take a look at the yearly market growth in the industrial space. Although it has been hard, the prices has gone up and everything has become so much more hard in order to fulfill orders and everything else. But still, Industrial Services Global Market Report shows still 6.1% increase. And of course, now we are here and at 37.06 billion. And these are, of course, how people are seeing things that they are going to place itself in the future. But in the 2029, they are thinking about 46.96 billion euros, and with the manufacturing, same thing, 459 billion, and we are expecting 16.1% increase, and we should land somewhere between 833.96 billion euros. And this document will exactly show you how you can beat your competitors and really benefit and find your own place in these increasing markets. And still, there are the thing what no one tells you, that it is actually very much possible to build an automated sales machine that will find your ICP and convert those leads to extra hundreds of thousands of euros worth of sales this year. But the biggest challenge for entrepreneurs will be that they are not up to date in this era of digitalization. So much money are changing hands, but if your hands are in your pockets, you won't get any of it. And instead of using the latest technology and AI, entrepreneurs often prefer to rely on the old and safe methods and invest tens of thousands of euros building a traditional marketing team, or hire an SDR that will cost you over 200,000 euros in total. And however, this will require recruitment processes, training, and not to mention implementing the process into daily use of the business, which will take months. But still, it's worth it. Most people believe that occasional emails or trade shows are still the most effective way to find new customers. But here's the real issue. Both of these ways are really not that scalable and very limited to human resources. The good news is, although when you are building an automated outbound engine to automate your customer acquisition, it is entirely possible as long as you take time and learn. Like with everything, you have to find the time to learn and implement the correct instructions, and I'm going to show you in this document what is the right way to do it and really change your ancient outbound. But you have to admit that it is ancient and it needs help. So as you can see, like this picture on the left might look more familiar to you with your ongoing process, and this is what we are aiming for. We have combined experience over 13 years from manufacturing industry, and we have spent endless months refining a solution specifically for manufacturing B2B companies. And here is what we have discovered. Unfortunately, most of the companies would like to grow, but their expensive SDRs is just not enough anymore. And without the right tools, you are navigating blind in the era where only those who evolve are the only ones who will survive. And we are only growth marketing team dedicated to helping manufacturing companies to navigate this new reality with this kind of transformation. And after all I just said, you may be thinking something along the lines, who is this guy and what does he know about our industry? Let me tell you. My name is Teemu. I'm the CEO and the co-founder of this company. And back in 2024, I started working with the manufacturing companies because I saw that outbound is a pretty new concept, and there are there are a lot of companies who are only hoping that the referrals are coming to the door and not doing outbound at all. And the biggest issue, I saw that there are no referrals. There are only the old customers, old clients, who you are hoping that they are not finding their new partner, or you're just hoping that they will still order the same amount that they have used to. And after half a year of thinking about this problem, we have developed an automated outbound engines that bring out the leads from your ICP without you having to do anything. Since then, I've worked with few industrial and manufacturing companies, helping them achieve over 500,000 to their pipeline and over 200,000 revenue generated in total. Our efforts have driven recurring revenues and helped them establish long partnership with their new clients. So this really works. But before this, I started my journey in 2014 with working in manufacturing companies and spent a few years just working on the production line. So I have spent time with my hands on the mud, so to say. After that, I went to learn sales, and I have spent almost a decade doing so in different kind of sales jobs. And after many different sales jobs throughout the years, my last job was in telemarketing, and without too much self-praise. And to be honest, actually, I started as a salesman, broke every company record, and sold over 5 million euros worth of the product that we had back then. And it was actually 2 days before my trial time, that is 6 months in Finland, ended. I got promoted. And then for a while, I worked as a department manager and a sales coach. And a few months after that, I had an opportunity to develop a completely new product to the Finnish market. And I developed a fintech product from the scratch to the point that it generated more than 80,000 euros a month, and just in 6 months, without no prior experience in development. But you learn by doing. That's also what I've learned throughout my life. You don't have to go to every school. You can just learn how to do things. And in addition to this, I was involved with several other project development assignments back then. But then I knew I wanted to do something by myself, and something that I was actually pretty good at. And that was the point when I would get started with LeadRobust and decided specifically to help manufacturing B2B companies to solve their outdated outbound mechanisms. And here is actually a picture of me also. And yeah. Then Elmer, the CEO and also the co-founder of the company. And back in 2022, I started helping businesses with lead generation because I noticed that outbound for the most businesses is still too damn hard. The biggest issue I saw was that high-ticket lead generation for different businesses is so big of a bottleneck, and they don't know how to solve it. After 2 years developing my skills and mechanisms, I developed an automated outbound sales engine that helps manufacturing companies really grow and find customers all around the world. So even though if you're doing local or just inside the EU or whatever, but with this, you can do it anywhere. Since then, I worked with several manufacturing companies and machinery companies, helping them achieve real growth. And the story how I got here and where I'm right now is very similar, but yet very different journey from military service to the present. After completing my military service in Finland, I ended up in telephone sales industry. At first, it was just a job, but soon I fell in love with sales. The challenges of meeting customers, interacting with them, and the enthusiasm of selling ignited something in me. The fast pace and the ability to make quick decisions taught me valuable skills, but over time, I found that my interest in military only grew. I joined the French army where I served full-time, and while serving, I built websites and worked with marketing and lead generation as a freelancer with special focus on growing B2B companies with French clients. And also, if you speak French, there's also, you can have service in French from Elmer if you ever are in need of it. And I knew that returning to civilian life would be challenging, so I kept preparing myself by doing these projects. In the army, I had the opportunity to see the world, learn about many cultures, and participate in meaningful missions, both abroad and in France. These experiences broadened my perspective and strengthened my dedication. Then the idea of LeadRobust.io hit me. Now I'm on a mission to change the life of entrepreneurs with unique mechanism that makes the work of 10 people automatically. Pretty fascinating idea, I know. That's why I started lead generation with LeadRobust in 2024, designed specifically to help manufacturing industry to solve Stone Age client acquisition. Here's a picture of Elmer in the army clothes with shaved head. And then Otto. Otto is also part of our team. Otto is our technical sales director. And Otto's journey started back in 2014 when I started working with the manufacturing industry after finding my passion around engineering. The biggest issue I saw was that the lack of manufacturing companies stepping into the era of digitalization and still trusting the very expensive and ineffective trade shows that are a way of getting customers and new partnerships, which is obviously no longer the case. After completing my master's in mechanical engineering and a decade working in production and project management, I found my expertise in finding bottlenecks for manufacturing companies' problems to expand their customer catalog through a more technical approach to outbound, because yield improvement is needed also outside of the facility. In 2023, I graduated from Mechanical Engineering BSc, Turku University of Applied Sciences. So Otto is highly educated in Finland with the focus in production engineering, lean processes, and enterprise resource planning, also known as ERP. Since then, I worked with several manufacturing companies, helping them achieve project management and profitable customer acquisition in this digital era without stressing about where the next order is going to come. My expertise in the field will guarantee that you will get your needs fulfilled and service with technical language we both understand. That's a very big thing when it comes to our partnerships, that Otto can really talk the same language with you and you don't have to dumb things down in order as me and Elmer in order to understand, because Otto can understand the slang of the industry. Today we run the system that is built specifically for manufacturers to solve these outbound bottlenecks without losing deals to competitors with shinier tools. We are certified experts with tools like Clay, Instantly, and several other AI tools. Every month you tolerate unqualified leads, you lose time you don't have, you lose time you don't have, and 2 to 3 lost deals just on top of that. And then mechanism overview. The mechanism for manufacturing companies to shorten the sales cycles and book over 10 high-ticket demos per month. Proven. Most manufacturing companies struggle with long sales cycles and uneven lead flow. The lesson from this document is how to make the change in your situation with a predictably automated system that produces at least 15 qualified leads per month, allowing you to shorten your sales cycles and scale efficiently. Every business always has a starting point. In this case, it's the letter A, and likewise they have a desired destination, which in this case, of course, is the letter B. And the most cases, the transformation from A to point B looks something like this. And this graph is designed to show you, like, without clear processes, you are going zigzag, and before you know, you are in a knot and you don't know how to get out. But you might get to the destination B, and then you will realize that, okay, damn, this is not how it was supposed to go, and then you have to go back to A and go around and round and round, back to A to B, back to A to B. So there is no systematic way of going about things, and you look for a solution online, talk to the in-house marketing person, change the plan as soon as it doesn't work, which is also not a good thing. But now, as you watch this video, you will learn the processes that we have put in place based on our experience, and one that our partners in the industry uses. Every step is broken down, nothing is left undone, and everything is done systematically. With this mechanism, you can book over 10 qualified demos each month, lower the long sales cycles by leveraging an automated client acquisition process in the 90 days. In the future, your journey from point A to point B will look something like this. Looks pretty much more simple. You have clear steps what you have to do because somebody has already done it and proven that it works. That's us. You just have to repeat it. Simple as that. Because step A is a broad lead flow and long sales cycle. Point B, consistent lead flow and shorter sales cycle. Pretty much more desirable place to be. Step 1, market analysis. Market analysis is the most important step because it gives you a clear picture who you are selling and why they would buy from you and how you differentiate yourself from your competitors. It ensures that the new sales techniques and properly targeted resonate with the customers and lead to effective results right from the start. If you don't carry out the market analysis before introducing a new sales technique, you are using resources inefficiently because your sales efforts are going to the wrong audience. You don't stand out from your competitors because you don't know the competitive landscape. You have to experiment randomly, which wastes time, money, and sales. And customers don't feel that your message is relevant to their situation. So probably they are going to say no. And this picture is very good to showcase that there are 3 stages. What you know that you don't know. Because of course you know that there are things you don't know. But still, most of you in industrial space, when it comes to outbound, there are things what you don't know that you don't know. I say it one more time. There are things that you don't know that you don't even know. And the market analysis is carried out as follows. You have to identify your ideal customer profile, so-called ICP. Precisely define your customer, industry, the size of the enterprise, location, the role of the decision maker. Second, identify your customer's pain points, main problems and needs, so pain points. Conduct customer interviews, follow industry discussions, study the available customer data that you even have your own customers. Analyze the competitive situation. Find out who your competitors are, how they position themselves in the outbound, where their weaknesses and strengths are. Can you somehow use it as your own advantage? 4, examine industry trends and demand trends. Follow the market research, trend reports, news to identify current issues and growing needs. Because the world changes, you have to change with it. Studies show that market analysis is critical to achieving sales results. According to Gartner in 2024, companies that conduct comprehensive market analysis average 60% higher conversions than those who do not. 60%, imagine. According to report in Salesforce 2024, 78% of the most effective sales teams are regularly conducting market analysis before implementing a new sales process. Why? Because they want to know their audience before they contact them. And by conducting the market analysis before implementing a new sales technique, you will benefit from get better targeting and avoid unnecessary experimentation. Sales cycles will be shorter because customers will recognize themselves in your messages. More efficient use of resources, no time wasted on the wrong target groups. You will stand out from the competition, making it easier for the customer to choose to buy from you, and a campaign's success is more predictable and results are better from the starts. Damn. I know. Questions and answers. We are in a hurry. Can we skip this step? No, we can't. Although the analysis will take some time, it will save months of fruitless work later. And doing even a short analysis is better than proceeding completely blind. Can this be done more lightly? Of course. Yes, even light analysis is better than nothing. At minimum, do at least an ICP definition and your competitor analysis. But this doesn't mean that it's enough to do this light version. If you are starting it, why not make it completely and make it with the instructions the first time? Isn't a good knowledge of your industry enough? Often you know a lot about your industry, customer needs, competition, trends are constantly changing. Up-to-date analysis ensures that the new technology is truly effective right now. So most likely you have more experience than me to teach you about your industry, but the world is changing all the time. So if you don't educate yourself, you will get left behind. How often should the market analysis be updated? The optimal rhythm is quarterly or at least every 6 months. In fast-changing sectors, we recommended even more frequent monitoring. Step 2 is a landing page and call confirmation page. Why is it important? The landing page and the call confirmation page ensure that you get the best possible results from your campaigns. A well-built landing page effectively converts visitors into appointments or contracts, while the call confirmation page ensures that the customers come prepared for the meeting, significantly increasing the success rate of the sales meetings. And this is psychology. People feel more invested to your process when you have this in place. And what happens if you don't do it? Money spent on campaigns is wasted because the visitors do not convert effectively. Customers don't know what to expect from the appointment, resulting lower show-up rates, lower appointment quality. Your sales cycles will be longer and salespeople have to spend more time preparing the customer and managing expectations. Leads remain cold and interest can wane very quickly. And how to do it? Landing page. You have to conduct a true market analysis and write a sales letter based on it. This is a sales letter, what you're watching right now, but in video format. Build a wireframe based directly on your sales letter or use wireframe shown below. Develop a landing page directly from wireframe using a simple and powerful platform such as Framer or Webflow. Wireframe from converting landing page should be generated on your own sales campaigns. Here is the framework. Just pause the video and look at it, and we will move on. Call confirmation page. Create a clear title for the page that confirms the customer's decision to book an appointment. Make a short, max 5 minutes video explaining how the meeting will take place and instructing client how to prepare properly to the meeting. Include a clear, simple pre-tasks for the client. So this could be just some info that customer has to watch or some info they have to gather before attending the meeting, so the meeting will go more smoothly. Add social proof, customer results or experiences to page to the build trust. Add frequently asked questions, also known as Q&A, to ease any doubts. And frame for the call confirmation page. looks like this, and also you can pause the video right now and look at the frame right now. But we move forward. Evidence that is important. According to research by HubSpot in 2024, effective landing pages can increase conversions up to 60% compared to traditional web pages. According to a study by Calendly in 2023, companies using before call confirmation pages achieve over 35% higher appointment attendance rates. It's pretty much. And significantly better sales closing rates. The benefits of doing it: when you build a landing page and before call confirmation page, you get the following benefits: increased conversions, visitors become quality leads more efficiently, show up rate improves, people arrive at meetings prepared and concentrated, sales cycles are shortened, the customer is already familiar with the topic and advanced, so the sales process is more efficient. Improved customer experience. The process feels professional, clear, and controlled by the customer. Also surprising. Question and answers. So Q&A. Is the company current website sufficient for the campaign? Not usually. A campaign landing page should be fully campaign specific and targeted, making it the message much more relevant and results so much better. Usually the web page, they are not designed to sell. They are just designed to give you information about the company. But when you're looking in like with the eyes of a new customer or a potential customer, okay, I could buy from these guys. But usually there is no sales aspect or anything that will get the customer's attention and want to move forward with the decision right away. Is there before confirmation based mandatory? No, but in practice, yes. It is a use. It's used I can't even speak. Significantly increases the quality and the success rate of the meetings. Can I do it by myself, or is it worth outsourcing? You can do it yourself if you have time and know-how, but if you want a professional results quickly, you should definitely consider outsourcing. And depending on the quality that you're happy with, the prices go from 1,000 to whatever, 10,000, depends. What is a good landing page? Short, concise, and clear. No unnecessary distractions, a strong headline, a clear benefits for the customer, convincing social proof, and clear framework for action, also known as CTA, so click to action. Does the site have visually striking? Does the site have to be visually striking? Good design adds value, but more important is the clarity and persuasiveness of the page. So don't stress too much about visuals, but focus on the quality of the message and the clarity of the structure. So what I always say is clarity over cleverness. So the message is so much more important than the visuals, because you can sell a good product without visuals, but it's harder to sell bad product with visuals. Step 3 is hyper-personalized workflow. What it means? Hyper-personalized lead list segmentation ensures that each lead experiences a message that is personally relevant. This leads to significantly higher response rates and higher quality sales conversations, and ultimately better sales results. So you don't want to come across as like spammy, or you don't want to make the customer or the prospect feel like, okay, this is just the message along with others. You want it to feel and seem like it's really meant for them. What happens if you don't use it? If you don't do segmentation and personalization of the message, your message becomes more generic and gets lost in the recipient's inbox. Customers perceive you as annoying and unprofessional. You lose to potential customers who might have bought, but if you had addressed them more personally. The response rates and effectiveness of your campaign will be significantly reduced. And how to do it? Now that you have already done the market analysis, clearly define who you are targeting, company size, sector, location, decision makers, roles. collect and enrich the data. So use the tool that automatically aggregates the data from multiple sources, including LinkedIn, company websites, and public databases. Accurately segment collected data, group leads by important information such as location, role, company size, or current events, or new requirements. Create personalized messages based on segmentation. Use the data collected by segments and leverage it to personalize messages. For example, mention a company news story or personal achievement or specific pain point. And evidence that it matters. According to HubSpot, again, in 2024, segmented and personalized sales messages can achieve up to 3 to 5 times better response rates compared to generic mass messages. So we are talking about not 3 to 5%, but 3 to 5x better response rates. And according to Reply.io, sales teams using personalization tools achieved an average over 40% higher conversion rate to appointments than campaigns without segmentation and personalization. Benefits of doing it. When you use AI tools to segment lists and personalize messages, you get the following benefits. Improved response rate. Your messages will not be lost in the masses. You will capture the interest of your customers. More sales conversations. High quality personalization makes customers want to talk in more detail because they think and feel like it's really meant just for them. Higher trust and professionalism. Customers see that you're genuinely familiar with their situation. Increased campaign efficiency. You spend less time and resources on unnecessary contacts, making the process much more cost effective. Again. Q&A. That segmentation and personalization take a lot of time. Initially a little, but most tools automate this process efficiently, saving the significant time and resources in the long run. Are they hard to learn? No. AI personalization tools are fairly easy to use. You're going to get started quickly, and there are plenty of tutorials and guides how to do them, but they are not super easy, but you will learn them if you just put your head into it. Do I need segmentation if my target audience is small? Yes, smaller the target group, the more important of the quality of the message, and segmentation helps you make the most of every contact. And what this means is like when you have smaller audience, you have less time to test what email or which email format or angle works the best. So it's super important. Is it enough just to have a name or the company mentioned in the message as personalization? Not enough. Good personalization means deeper and more genuine tailoring, such as mentioning companies' recent achievement, challenges, or personal events. What if my data is incomplete? Use a tool that strength is precisely data enrichment. It automatically fills the incomplete data and helps you create high quality and comprehensive profiles for each lead. Step 4, scalable cold email. Why it's important. Cold email is a way when you want to contact companies at scale. It's super straight straightforward and hyper-personalized messaging with the right tools, and also you can get in front of the right decision makers in the company. While others might contact companies with spam-sounding emails, you will stand out with personalized messages, even though you have sent automatically thanks to AI workflows. Here are a couple of results from campaigns when things are done right. 180 meetings booked in 12 weeks, actually over 180. So, for example, the first one, contacted customers 1,267, replied 229, which opportunities gathered, so meetings 94. Pretty good. So what happens if you don't do it? If you don't want to use email as the way of contact, you will waste so much time and energy in order to contact the same amount of companies versus using cold email. lose 37% of the potential leads deals to competitors engaging buyers earlier by Gartner, waste thousands of euros per month to untargeted ads hoping the ICP to see them, suffer 6 to 9 month delays in sales cycles by relying solely on inbound leads from referrals. This could be even like forever because you have no guarantee that referrals will come. How to do it? Gold email infra. Buy enough .com domains. This is important. It's a .com domain. And inboxes to fulfill the sending volume. Make sure that you will set up all the settings correctly before you start even thinking about sending. And I mean MX, records, DMARC, DKIM, etc. Choose the platforms of sending and inbox management. For example, Instantly or SmartLead are very good tools for this. Sending a cold email. Warm up your email for 2 weeks. Create campaigns and write personalized copy and follow-ups. A/B test your copy constantly and find out if it works or not. Testing is, by the way, the thing that you can't stop doing. You have to do it all the time. Manage your inbox and book meetings. Proof why this is important. 78% of industrial and manufacturing purchasing decision makers actively find new suppliers via email. In studies done by Forrester. And 62% of them consider email to be the most reliable source of information compared to internet or cold calling. And of course, it's easy to understand why. People have their own time to think, do I want to respond? Do I have really the need? And in case they know behind the email still is a real person. Before benefits of doing it. Once you use cold email, you will get following benefits to your sales process. Contacting only your ICP. The process allows you to only contact companies that really are your ICP rather than something to that direction. Higher conversions, contacted leads become new customers at higher percentage. Sales cycles are shortened. You will get more chances to sell more and more often, which will equals more closed sales, so more money. Q&A. How many domains do I need? It of course depends on the volume that you want to send emails. But if you contact businesses domestically, you should be fine with 15 to 20 domains. How much this will take time from me in a weekly basis? This is actually a question that we get a lot if we are consulted from the service. It's up to you how much time you want to use, but when you are learning, we always recommend 10 to 20 hours a week to get familiar with the systems. Because once you learn it, it's so much easier to handle them. But at first, you really should take time to learn those things. How much should I get replies to my campaigns? Don't be too harsh on yourself in the beginning, but if you get an average replies around 20%, you're on the right track, and it's a good place to start. And what does a good copy look like? Short, concise, clear, strong title, clear benefits for the customer, and a clear framework for action, so the CTA. But the main point is always contact customers with relevant information and offer what you are offering, why customers should answer to your email. Step 5, LinkedIn outreach. And why it's important. LinkedIn is where all industrial and manufacturing buyers actively research suppliers, and 82% of procurement teams use it to vet vendors. It was a study done by LinkedIn B2B Institute in 2024. With automated tools, you can automate hyper-personalized outreach to target. You can accept job titles, company triggers, bypass gatekeepers with direct access to the decision makers, because of course, if the CEO has a gatekeeper, the LinkedIn, they won't have it. It's in their personal use. While competitors spam generic connection requests, your automated AI-driven campaigns include facility-specific insights and automatically adapt to profile changes. So you don't have to be constantly checking, okay, is something changed, because AI is scraping the data and you're only sending messages that are always relevant to the customer. Here's an example for sequence that generates 10 to 20 leads per month on autopilot. So also stop the video if you want to see them clearly. We are moving now. What happens if you don't do it? If you don't want to use LinkedIn as a way of contact, you will have to only rely on getting your email before the CEO's eyes, when the most of the entrepreneurs will spend time on LinkedIn during their workday. It's like the Facebook, but for entrepreneurs. Without automation, manually sending connection requests and follow-up messages can take hours, reducing your efficiency. You can only send a limited number of messages per day, restricting your ability to reach a larger audience. Automation ensures timely follow-ups, while the manual outreach may lead to missed opportunities due to human error and forgetfulness. And then, how to do it? You create an account to any LinkedIn automation tool sequencer. You create 10 to 15 tailored company lists. Example, German automotive OEM with plus over 500 employees, and set up messaging sequences. Warm up accounts with 15 to 20 weekly actions. Use industry-specific hooks in messages to maximize your answer percentage. A/B test your messaging to see which angle gives you the most results. Forward leads to your converting landing page. Let him or her book a meeting from your calendar tool. Very easy, very straightforward. Proof that it's important. LinkedIn is 277% more effective for lead generation compared to other social media networks, tells us HubSpot study. And audiences exposed to brand messages on LinkedIn are 6 times more likely to convert. Sprout Social study. So the old way with Facebook and paid advertising and SEO and all that crap. No more. The LinkedIn is the new way. It's direct. 5 to 10 high-ticket meetings in 30 days just from LinkedIn. €100 spent. Boom. Easy. Benefits of doing it. Once you use LinkedIn outreach, you will get following benefits to your sales process. Shorter sales cycles by engaging with buyers directly. People will always appreciate a personal communication over marketing campaigns and be more open to discuss when they are treated individually. Be aware your customers are. LinkedIn is the Facebook for entrepreneurs, as I said earlier, and they will spend more time working on LinkedIn because it's work related to some extent. Casual but same time formal way of communication. People are more likely to drop their guard down when using some form of chat service over a cold call, for example, and be more open to suggestions if they see value in it. Q&A for this one. How many LinkedIn accounts do I need? 1 to 2 profiles works just fine. How much weekly time commitment does this acquire? 2 to 3 hours once sequences are live. Automation handles 89% of the tasks, so it doesn't take time that much. Best performing message formula. The key is to keep it relevant, keep it human. Do not trust solely on AI, even if it sounds tempting. You will just shoot yourself in the leg, trust me. If you write with AI, of course, AI is getting better by the day, but people will know. It's just human eye is so good at detecting something non-human nowadays. So, as you can see, as long as you do in-depth market analysis, create a landing page designed to sell your service, use AI tools to personalize your lists, Use cold email to automate your outbound. Use LinkedIn outreach to multi-channel outbound. You will be able to book over 10 qualified demos each month and lower your long sales cycles by leveraging an automated client acquisition process just in 90 days, without the need of hiring an expensive SDR team that will cost you over 200,000 euros per year to your business. Now, there are few ways to achieve this. Option 1, you can try to do this by yourself and hire a sales director to implement all the changes. However, you will need spend 3 to 6 months learning all the small details to get the system working properly and productively. You will need at least 2 to 3 hours a day to maintain and optimize your systems. You will need to spend at least 5,000 euros on the technical side and various softwares. You will need to attend monthly webinars to keep up to date with the market and new strategies. Or option 2, you can work with us and start closing more deals in the 4 weeks and for a fraction of a cost. Again, this is for industrial and manufacturing companies that want to achieve an increase in export sales in the next 90 days, that are fed up with the bad and cold leads, struggling to find leads in demand for your service when trying to achieve a stable and shorter sales cycles, that are still relying on trade shows and manual prospecting to fill your pipeline. Then here is Lasse, one of our clients. So before LeadRobust, Lastuk had no existing outbound strategy in place. There were no plans or systems generated leads outside referrals or existing contacts during so-called the most quiet season of the year. And I know everyone watching this, you know what I'm talking about. The campaign started during what Lasse called the quiet time of the industrial companies, and typically the next 2 to 3 months are considered slow in the industry with minimal activity and few new opportunities. Despite the market conditions, in 50 days, we generated for Lastuk's 22 ultra-warm outbound leads, over 200,000 added to Q1 pipeline, all this highly limited niche market in Finland. We have used this process for Lastuk's landing page that we created to go hand in hand with cold email campaigns. Headline works as an offer, VSL, so video sales letter that you're even watching right now, tells about the company services, etc., etc. Call to action button, case study, who this is for, what is the risk for you if we don't talk about business possibilities, why to choose Lastuk's, call to action button. Zero flashy things, zero bullshit, just content that prospects want to see. Simple. Very short GIF about Lastuk's site. As you see, simple, no flashy things, just converting leads to the meetings. This screenshot shows a cold email campaign with very limited leads with Lastuk's. Number of leads 202, reply rate is 10.4, positive reply rate 47.6. 10 different companies converted into meeting for requested meeting or requested for a proposal. Screenshot 2 shows also cold email campaign with very limited leads and volume. Number of leads 297, reply rate 10.8, positive reply rate 40.6. 13 different companies converted it into meeting or request for a proposal. With Lastuk, we started with implementation from zero and made an in-depth market analysis which showed us where to start, where is the demand for the service. Pretty quickly, we knew how the outbound process needed to be built and got to work with testing different angles and how we can make sure to convert highest possible percent of leads to customers and keep the quality high as possible. How it ended, end situation result. Despite market conditions we generated for Lastuk LLC 23 ultra warm outbound leads, all this in highly limited niche in market Finland. Notes: there are no such thing as quiet season. With strategic outbound system, you can generate leads and clients whenever you want. Don't follow the crowd. When others go left, stay quiet and passive. Go right and take action. The best time to connect with new leads and the competition is minimal. The market is too limited and they are not ready to buy. Yeah, right. When done right, even the small markets convert extremely well. Without wasting time, if you don't see the new leads coming in, they just don't know your business exists. So of course, if you end up partnering with us, we will handle all this that we went through in the document. And the only thing you have to do is close the deals. That's your expertise. This is our expertise. Let us handle the time-taking part, because that's what we are very good at. And just close the deals and make the money. And if you don't partner with us, this is probably what it will look like on your behalf. Time spent on the market research, 1.5 to 2 months, will cost you approximately around 4,000. VSL script, this script, 1 to 2 months to make, will cost you 2,000. Cold email infra, 2 months, 4,000. Automations, 2 months, 1,000. And in this time, sales opportunity is 0 or 200,000, just because you wanted to do it by yourself. Learn how everything works, 7 months estimated. I don't know what the cost there is, 1.5 to 2 months. But as you can see, there is no such thing as quiet season in the market. But if you choose to partner with us, there are the main things that you will get from working with us. Hopefully double your closing rate in the next 90 days without decreasing your prices. Shorten your sales cycle and close bigger deals and do it faster. Be able to know your next quarter's revenue well based on the state of your pipeline. Deliver the professional buying experience to your prospect, increasing the trust and loyalty to your company. Get a professional sales process to your business and to handle the lead flow of new potential customers to your business accordingly. Finally, feel confident and empowered knowing your sales department is operating efficiently. By our implementation process that goes like this. Step 1. This is from day 0 to 14. Our team will conduct full market analysis to identify your ideal customer profile. We'll analyze your competitors' strengths and weaknesses, map out the industry pain points, create a detailed analysis on your target audience and buying behavior. After deep market analysis is done, we are going to work with you to go through what we have found and how we can use this information to our advantage. Step 2, days 7 to 14. We will design and launch high-converting landing page tailored to your target audience with VSL. The page will be separated from your main website. We will integrate your calendar for demo bookings and visitor tracking tool and ensure a mobile optimization. Monthly A/B test will refine the headlines, layouts, forms, and maximize the lead capture. This site's goal is to nurture the traffic and clearly state who is this for, so we can also throw away leads that are not in your ICP. We will design and launch a before call booking page as shown above on step 2. Its mission is to nurture leads and keep so-called show-up rate high as possible. Like these leads are way more committed. We minimize, oops, I forgot our meeting, and oh, and I couldn't see the meeting on my calendar excuses. Step 3, days 7 to 21. After this step, we will set up cold email campaigns. This includes purchasing domains, inboxes, setting up the infrastructure around it. After this, we will handle inbox warm-ups, hyper-personalized email templates, and when we are up and running with the campaigns, our team will handle the replies, qualify the leads, and forward the hot prospects to your sales team. So only thing you have to do is sell. Step 4, days 7 to 21. These things are also happening in top of each other. So we are doing at the same time these things. We will purchase the lead list, and we will build and maintain a workflow tool for you to automate your ICP targeting the most accurate and relevant way. This involves scraping data from equipment registries, patent databases, and industry reports to identify companies with urgent needs, outdated machinery, compliance deadlines, etc. Step 5, days 18 to 21. Last step before we can start the campaigns, we will create a LinkedIn outreach campaigns and lists to target C-level people and engineering directors in your ICP, using automated tools solely made for this to send connection requests and follow-up, referencing their posts and production bottlenecks or facility upgrades, etc. Every step is done for you, and the system is done to maximize your time, the most important task, which is closing the sales. After implementation, we will host bi-weekly strategy sessions to review your pipeline metrics, refine messaging, share feedback to ensure long-term success between us. So, if you're interested in seeing how exactly this would work for your company, click the link below and schedule a 30-minute discovery call with us. It's going to be probably right below this video. In this call, we will cover your current situation and see if there's potential shift to your company's outbound processes in the next 90 days. Zero bitching, zero bullshitting, zero sales content. This call is solely just to get to know each other. Just us guiding and helping fellow businessman/woman out. And that's a deal. So here is a link. You can obviously not click it, but your link is down below the video. But we want to know right away before hopping on the phase 1 call with us. If we decide to take much deeper dive to phase 2 with you, you will hear all of our tactics, prices, mechanisms, and expected results when working with LeadRobust. And of course, we back everything with a guarantee. If we don't deliver the promised results, we will work free until we do. We are so certain and we know this works. So we want to take all the risk away from you, and you will see that this will work. And because of our heavy hands-on approach and complexity of the outbound engine, we can only onboard 3 new companies a month. So if you're interested in hearing more, make sure schedule the call as soon as possible. And PPS, don't worry if we can't onboard you right away. We have a waiting list that it works the way that the first to come are first to be served, because we have customers waiting online to get onboarded, and we are taking as many as we can, but we have to maintain the quality of our service. So the 3 is the limit for us per month to take new customers. Last thing, now you might be wondering, how can we guarantee that this works? Easy. We have done this before with other manufacturing companies, and we have combined experience from the industry over 13 years. So, like I said in the top of the document, we are not just some chit-chatters who think they know a thing or two. And how much does this kind of a service cost? We get this question a lot. And yeah, we tailor the service based on your needs and what works best for you. But we haven't had a client in this industry who hasn't made more money than they invested. So in other words, you will make more than you pay. Pretty no-brainer in my opinion. It's like a money machine. Put 10 in, take 20 back type of way. Why wouldn't I just do it by myself after you showed me how? That is exactly what you could do, and I hope you do if you don't want to work with us. But no matter which one you choose, this is the best way to change and also the best way to bring your company out of the stone age. Because if you're still here, the problem is there. And of course, this will cost you approximately 42.8 times more, taking into consideration time and effort and money to put something like this together without experience. And what if I just keep doing the same thing that I've been doing the past 20 years? The reality is that world constantly changes and you only have two options. Change with it, get left behind. Those are the options you have. It sounds harsh, but it's truth. But imagine if you would stuck with the old Nokia 3310 when everyone else was rocking on new smartphones. How do you think you would be able to use WhatsApp or anything other app that requires an internet? I'm a Finnish guy, that's why I choose Nokia, but you get the point. You have to change in order to keep up with the world. But yeah, it's the same thing here. Your competitors are not sticking with the Nokia. They are evolving. So there are literally two options. How much time this will take for me? In the beginning of a partnership, we demand a few hours, but from there we just need you to be reachable via text and bi-weekly 30-minute video call. So that's only just because we want to get to know you and how you work, and we will go through the stats and we'll upgrade and make our performance better to the data and want to keep you updated as well as the partnership continues. How long is the contract that I have to sign? There is no obligation to sign for years and years. We demand for a few months at the start so we can really implement it and show you how well this works, and then you can make the decision to stay or go. We are honest men who want to create long-lasting partnerships, but if the feeling isn't mutual, it will be like a bad marriage before we are even on the altar and have this time to say yes. You can't affect in the market situation, so how can you guarantee you can help us? We are very well aware that your market is in a tough spot right now, but no man can prevent the sun from rising. What I mean by that is the world still moves forward and the demand is there even though the costs are higher, but it doesn't stop the companies producing their products. There is always choice to be made. Either you're going to keep laying on the fire or you keep moving forward through it. Everything will pass, even the tough spot of the market, but the opportunities are not infinite, so action for better can be taken or left untaken. The choice is yours. If there's any other questions itching your brain, book a free call and let's take a casual chat. I'm more than happy to chat with you guys and let you know if there is an answer to questions you might have. Last thing is, what are you waiting for? See you soon. Book the call.